Hi guys, how are you? This is Leslie. Welcome to another of my videos. So this is like a different setting, but I want to do this more like a personal video and more like one-on-one, because we're just gonna be talking about like how to choose for your foundation, because I've seen like so many people that, or like I've heard and like people have told me that they don't know how to choose their foundation. So I'm gonna be talking about like some tips or like steps on how to do that. So I hope that you really like this video, and if you like me to do more videos like this, kind of like tutorials or like some tips and tricks, maybe I can do one on like fake eyelashes, or like how to apply fake eyelashes, or anything like the normal routine makeup, and I can do more videos on that. But without further ado, let's jump into the video. So basically, like the first thing that you gotta know is like your skin tone. This is probably the easiest part of your foundation shade for you to figure out. So it goes into like different categories. So it's like fair, light, medium, tan, dark, and deep. So for me personally, I always go in between like medium and tan. Usually like medium, I go more for like my concealers. Usually concealers have to be a little bit lighter than your skin tone. So for example, my concealer is from ColourPop and it's in the shade medium 26. So right there I see the word medium, and that's what I go for. And then for my foundations, I usually go on the tan section. Some brands don't call like these categories exactly the same, but they go like, they have these ranges, so you can look into that. And like a good example on like finding your foundation would be like from Fenty Beauty, because they have a pretty good range of colors, so you can choose one from there. And I know that Sephora, the app, you can tell it like what's your match on one foundation, and it will find your match for all of the other foundations. So you can do that if you are not sure what it would be the equivalent on other brands. Now the second like tip or like step is finding your undertone. So this is like the most confusing part for a lot of people, and they don't know what it is. No matter what your skin tone is, you can have a cool, warm, or neutral, or even like an olive undertone. So undertone is like the hint of color that shows underneath your skin. So basically like the easiest way to find out your undertone color is to look at the veins on your wrist. If your veins appear to be blue or purple, it's more likely that you have cool undertones. For warm undertones, your veins will look kind of green. So personally for me, they look kind of like blue, or like a dark blue. I don't know if like I can focus this and you can see it. So I would have a cool undertone. And just because your tan or like your skin color is dark or very light doesn't mean that you have to be like warm or cool undertones. You can have like a mix of all of them. For olive undertones, your veins tend to be more like green. It's a brighter green, not like brighter, but I would say like a dark green compared to the warm undertones. Now those are like the basics on how to choose your foundation. But another thing you have to look on is whether the foundation that you choose oxidizes or not. Like I said, Fenty Beauty has a very large range of tones, but this foundation specifically, it oxidizes, which means that if you choose the right color for you, after a few minutes or after a few hours, that shade is gonna darker in your skin. So usually you have to go for a lighter tone than yours. And for that kind of like foundations, I recommend you to go with a specialist, so like someone at Sephora, Ulta, or any makeup store, and ask them to do a swatch on your skin. I would usually like do it here, so that they can match that tone and tell you which one is best for you. And if you already have a foundation but you don't know if it oxidizes or not, what you can do is do a swatch. It can be on your arm, it can be here, anywhere that you want. Wait 10 minutes for it to dry, and then do another swatch with the foundation. So you have the dry patch and a wet patch, and if you see that those colors are different, then that means that your foundation oxidizes. Moving on to another part, like this, probably like tip 4, which I kind of like mentioned already. You have to try your foundations on this side of your face or your neck. Never ever try them on your hand or your arm, because they tend to be either a little bit darker or lighter than your face. So for example, my hands, they kind of are like the same shade of my face, but not really. And then this part is like super dark. And last but not least, other things to keep in mind is finding your, like the right coverage for you. There are some foundations that are light coverage, others that are medium, and they can be like buildable. So it depends on like how much foundation you apply. You can have like different layers without making it look cakey, and it will transform into a full coverage foundation. So that just depends on how much makeup you want to have on your face. And then another thing that you can take in mind is the finish. You can have matte finish, dewy finish, and satin finish. Also depending how you want your face to look like. I personally like matte, but I'm starting to go into dewy finish, but that just depends on what you like. But yeah, if you want to know more like about choosing foundations or like what foundations I use, let me know in the comments down below. And I hope that you really like this video and you find it useful, and I hope I see you on to the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.